What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome. It is Tuesday, is it not? I'm pretty sure it's Tuesday. I am the Crypto Crow, and we are going to be talking about Cardano today because there's some good stuff coming. I'm going to show you some metrics over on my Into the Cryptoverse data charts that are phenomenal, by the way. There is a link in the description below. You should always check that for some of the cool stuff that I use. So we're gonna go over some things. So first on the agenda here is Cardano, Solana, and XRP see institutional inflows while Bitcoin and Ethereum investments slide. And there's data to show what's actually going on. The whales are picking Cardano. And so we're going to start seeing more of this, I'm telling you. Digital assets manager CoinShares reports that Cardano, Solana, and XRP products are bucking the trend of an otherwise pessimistic institutional investment climate because everybody's learning. People are learning that you can FOMO and you can hype and you can do your paid ads that are trying to promote this or that while you're trying to downplay something else. Here's the argument that I see made a lot about Cardano, okay? One of the number one arguments about Cardano or against Cardano is that it's slow. Not transactionally slow, but speculatively slow. In other words, people want to put $100 into a crypto asset, watch it rise up to $5,000 in a week, cash out, pat themselves on the back for being brilliant, and move on. And the thing of it is that when you're in that kind of mindset in the crypto space, especially now, you're apt to make more dramatic mistakes where you lose it all. Okay? And quite honestly, that's basically what we're going to see. We're going to see a lot of that. Why am I so, a lot of people ask me, Crow, why are you so bullish on Cardano? Well, one of the primary reasons is back when Cardano launched and I started reading all of the miserably boring papers, nobody else was. And so it was easy for me when a lot of people were trying to FUD it as, you know, it was a ghost chain, it was vaporware, whatever. A lot of the Ethereum bugs were out there just trying to castrate Cardano at every turn, making up rumors, lies, all kinds of accusations. And people that were very bullish on other altcoins were always trying to dump on Cardano. And it was obvious to me that none of these people were actually reading any of the reports or any of the peer-reviewed papers. They weren't reading the white paper material. They weren't really putting in the time to understand what was being built and why. And so since then, you know, that very first video I did on Cardano back in, I think it was December of 2017, where I'm like, I am getting married to Cardano. This is going to be the project I grow with. I stood true to that, and I have to this day, but not because of any kind of, just because it's held true. It's done everything it said it was going to do and more, and there's still a hell of a lot more coming. And when you compare its development and what it's accomplished just in this short time, it really hasn't been that long, folks. It's been one cycle, okay? Let's just be real about it. And the thing of it is it has grown and achieved everything it has against the grain of all of the money in crypto. What has made Cardano insanely popular and grow past and beyond the expectations of everyone out there? The community. Because the community is generally one that pays close attention. We're watching. We're ready. We understand what's going on. We're constantly educating each other and newcomers alike to what the technology means as a whole to the cryptocurrency space, not just, oh, if you put your money in here, it's going to go up. Shiba Inu, like we're not that group. That's not us. We're not the one. And so the community is strong. And so every time Cardano reaches a new milestone or makes another major accomplishment, that accomplishment is spread like gospel through its followers, through those of us who are paying attention. Hence the reason why some people refer to it as a church or a cult. It's all garbage. It is simply because of the fact that so many of us do understand the technology. We understand what's being built and we're riding it out. We're a big part of it. And we're constantly educating people. We're constantly pushing away the FUD, the garbage, the narratives that are based on false and misleading information all through and through through in favor of something that I feel is often inferior overall. And so that's what we're seeing. And the thing of it is it's also doing that without a significant sum of marketing budgets pushing a narrative all over the place. You don't see Charles out there constantly dunking on everything else out in the world. He wants to work with everybody. He's like, listen, we're building something that is vastly superior to the majority, or if not all, of the other crypto blockchains out there. And we want to help you. And by helping you, it will help us, and we can all help each other and benefit in this crypto ecosystem. And I think some more and more people are going to learn that I think it's a very genuine statement. It's a very genuine proposal, and I'm hoping to see more take advantage. Now, in its latest digital asset fund flows weekly report, CoinShare says investors are currently less optimistic as reflected in outflows over 8 of the last 9 weeks, totaling $450 million. $450 million in the current crypto economy is flowing out of the bigwigs, the first generation, the second generation, and it's all flowing into the next generation, the third generation. CoinShares finds that digital assets outflows of 54 million last week alone, marking the 5th week of outflows in a row. I mean, this is huge, man. And it's like, you know, are people, is this like people taking profits of the growth of Bitcoin and Ethereum at the current state? Now they're starting to dump it into altcoins. I don't really think so. I think people are getting a lot more educated as to what Cardano is actually offering. The flip side to that is Solana's attached to this. And I will say that I like that typically when Cardano and Solana are mentioned in an article, it's typically some sort of paid for advertisement read that basically is meant to bolster Solana above Cardano in some way, shape, or form. And listen, there's a lot of money in the Solana ecosystem. My problem with Solana primarily is the fact that it's known for shutting down randomly, and that it was artificially pumped into the stratosphere by FTX and all of those cronies that are associated with that. So it was an artificially driven project, with the money was then used to buy applications and development teams to build things to make it look more legitimate. And I am not down with that. And I get it. A lot of people are like, I don't really care. I just want to make money. But you guys know that's not how I roll. I call it as I see it, and I don't agree with how Solana got started. I don't agree with what it's been doing. I don't agree with the marketing tactics associated with it, and I don't care how disconnected some of the people pushing these narratives about Solana against Cardano. I don't care how disconnected they try to make themselves appear to be. It's still very, very obvious to me, and I'm not with it. This is one of the first times where I've actually seen the two named in something where it wasn't like a blatant, Solana's better because, and then a whole bunch of gobbledygook that doesn't make any sense and easily, debunked. I mean, and here's the thing. The flip side to this too is Solana's going to make people money. I mean, let's be real about it. If you can take an absolute shit meme coin and pump it into infinity and make a bunch of new millionaires off of something that has absolutely no utility or use case outside of the speculative nature of the investment, you can pretty much pump anything. I always attribute meme tokens to a pet rock. How many millions of dollars did the guy that invented the pet rock make just by marketing it as a friend for children? Okay, if you can market a pet rock into success, you can market a meme crypto or a project that, in my opinion, is far inferior to a lot of the other technology out there today. And I don't care how fast it is. That doesn't really mean a whole hell of a lot to me at this point. So yeah, that's basically it in a nutshell. I mean, this is all about the major institutions, major money, tens, hundreds of millions of dollars are leaving, second generation technology. And so that's kind of where we're at now. And if we look at this is a velocity chart into the cryptoverse. Again, there's a link in the description below if you're interested in accessing all of this data. I mean, you could sit here for weeks, literally, and not look at the same chart twice if you wanted to. But the velocity is equal to the amount of native units transacted in the trailing year divided by the circulating supply at the end of that interval. It is a measure of turnover. How many times on average a native asset or a native unit has been transferred in the past year, or how quickly units are circulating in the network. And if you see, it's growing. It is growing, and it's growing substantially. And that's a very, very good sign. This is just the number of active addresses. The number of active addresses on Cardano continues to grow even with the price in decline along with the rest of the cryptocurrency market. What does that tell you? That tells you that these people aren't necessarily getting into Cardano specifically because they're just buying it and holding it. Because if they were just buying and holding it, there wouldn't be as many active addresses. Hello, Sienna. I just got the message. I'll read it in a bit. And that's basically what's happening. And so I'm absolutely, people say, well, Crow, you're not live every day right now. You're not super busy. You're not doing this stuff every day. No, I'm working on a lot of other stuff. I am having some issues with SoBlocks because my developer has apparently taken my money and just sat on it. And I don't know what he's doing. He's full of a million excuses. But he hasn't sent me an update in over a month. And, I was paying him 2 months in advance. I'm getting really pissed. I'm getting really, really pissed. And the fact that I'm saying this publicly is basically me saying I'm getting really pissed. It's time to shit or get off the pot, or we're going to end up in heated waters, should I say. I might be adding you to my next boiling bowl of cocoa beets soon. And I don't want to do that, but I'm getting really burnt out. I'm getting really tired of all the bullshit excuses. But I am also getting ready to launch our AI platform here real soon. And we're solidifying all of the agreements and the paperwork associated with that. So, and I think that's going to be absolutely huge because what we've got planned and what we've got going on with that, eternalized, it's going to be big. And so let's take a quick look at the charts. Obviously, we're seeing a pretty significant pump in the Bitcoin price action, and it is obviously in reverse of the downtrend I expected to see to conclude this Wyckoff distribution channel. Now, that doesn't mean it can't turn around and come back down and start working towards what I believe is going to be an accumulation pattern moving into the halving. My video yesterday broke this all down in great detail. So check that out if you are so inclined. And then if I look at Cardano, obviously Cardano's getting a little bit of a pump, but let's face the facts. It's only at almost 26 cents right now. I strongly believe that Cardano is going to hit somewhere between $6 and $8, maybe even 10 in 2025. I think that Cardano is going to create yet another insane number of new millionaires. And I'm extremely pumped about it. I can't wait. I think there's just more to come. And of course, I will be back covering it all as best I can. And until next time, guys, crow your coins, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Peace.